Good morning. I'm Jan. Welcome to another No Frills Wednesday. How you doing today? Getting right to the point. I really believe many times that people confuse tracking their expenses with budgeting. Now, don't get me wrong. Tracking expenses is a really, really good thing. And it's a really good thing because expense tracking is simply keeping a record of money that has already been spent, and you can look back and get a perspective as to where the money has gone. So you have an idea. And while you're doing that, you can look back and say, I don't really like where my money has gone. That's when you expense track, and that's great to do. But there is a big distinction between expense tracking. Like if I ask someone, do you budget? And they say, yeah, I track my expenses. Well, that's great. You know what happened already, but do you budget? Budget means that you're going to plan in advance, make ahead of time, basically sort of like a roadmap for spending and saving. And expense tracking does provide and help give valuable insight of your past spending habits, where, for example, a budget is like a roadmap, which, if followed absolutely carefully, it can help meet your savings goals for the future. Now, let's take a second while I have your beautiful ears listening about budgeting styles. Now, there are some rules that are out there. One is called the 50, 30, and 20% budget rule. Basically, the idea is to divide your income into three categories. For example, spending 50% on needs, and 30% on wants, and 20% on savings. Now, I've heard of different percentages, but it's basically the same thing. There's also the 80% 20 rule, which is basically dividing up into two categories where basically the needs and the wants are lumped together. So you're adding the 50% and the 30% from prior into 80, and then you still have your 20% rule for savings. Find the one that is a comfortable fit for you and most realistic. Some people like the really absolute division. And for those that are starting out, this is just my opinion, like everything else I talk about on my channel. Purely my opinion. I don't give advice. Just saying. My opinion for somebody starting out and needs a division of the 50% versus the 30% because it's clearer, fine. Whereas the more experienced person could lump it together and it wouldn't get too confusing and too clouded. This is again my opinion. So, in summary, tracking our expenses, a great thing. Perfect. Budgeting for your future, having the plan, the roadmap, great. Using the two in conjunction together, absolutely perfection. And I do believe in budgeting. Yes, I do. All right, everybody, have an amazing, fantastic day. Don't forget to come back Monday through Friday for a longer version of my show. This is the No Frills version, which is less than five. Wait, let's start over. Beyond a minute and less than five. Okay. We have my regular show Monday through Friday. Instant Coffee with Jan runs at least, in my opinion, factually, about 8 minutes or more. In most cases, sometimes there are shorter shows. Not too often, but sometimes, yes. Just saying, just saying. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Thanks so much for being here. Come back tomorrow for another show. Bye bye.